Jenny, half a second. I just wanted to go across to Suhail for that. Suhail, go ahead.
Sorry, what was that?
The realm of getting a social license doesn't belong to Ian Chappell and Jeff Cousins alone. A, B. Who's this continuously interrupting? Can I just finish? Number one. Number two, let me make a couple of observations on Ian Chappell and Jeff's comments. Ian Chappell, who I have the highest regard for as a cricketer who I've seen as a child. There are three issues here. Number one, I completely agree with you that you want to leave a cleaner planet for your grandchildren and that you've signed this petition because your wife is involved with climate change. Very noble. But here are the realities which are mired in hypocrisy. Australians today consume per capita the highest amount of coal in the world, 10,000 units, compared to 3,600 units in America, compared to 900 units in India. Number one. Number two, I don't think a Jeff Cousins or 1.5 million purported supporters have more sway than the environmental agencies which have given clearances to these projects. This was acquired in 2010. We're talking about 2017. Permissions have been obtained. People have filed court cases. Only one court case judgment is pending. 5 have ruled in the favor of Adani. Number 3, and this is a very important point. You're right, you're talking about infrastructure spending. At the end of this project, $44 billion will flow into what I would call the Australian net, as it were. Commonwealth taxes and state royalties. I'm not for a moment suggesting that the Great Barrier Reef is less important than 44 billion. But I don't believe that one individual or an Stop Adani alliance are the only arbiters of good conscience. And I just want to say this. You are aware, Ian, perhaps you're not, but you should be made aware by those people who've drafted you to sign this letter, that there was a WikiLeaks document which appeared and which is now in the public domain, which suggested a lot of malafide amongst the NGOs, which were actually almost bribing some members of the indigenous community, and almost $1 million was meant to have been paid or was paid. This is not me, this is WikiLeaks.
Okay.
Finally, all I'm saying is that here is a company from India which has been
in half a second you will respond. So he'll make your point quickly. Yeah.
Which has been
Thank you.
Yeah, which has been at the receiving end of what I would call this social criticism. But the social criticism, as we know, many a time is malicious, manipulated and planted.
Okay, all right.
So let's get the reality right.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's not create illusions where none exist.
All right, Mr. Chappell.